Hello everybody. Um, Little video here of understanding your soul journey in 5D. A lot of the people had asked some bunch of questions. Some of them came in from different posts. Zoet, Brian Dante, he asked me about to explain all this. I made a long post on Facebook. It was shared a lot. So I made the decision to go ahead and make that video of it. That is a video about you to understand the things from different high level of conscious of uh, that 5D is. What else I wanted to tell you that it is a great responsibility to do things that we do. It's not easy, and if there is a people, they need kind of like a guidance. You need to understand that going through the unknown to the darkness and shine a light into the darkness. So that it's not an easy job. It takes a lot of inner work. The inner work doesn't finish when you're crossing 5D. Not everything is rainbow and sunshines. There is a work that needs to be done so the society can change. You can't just change the society. There is a one quote, when they begin to call you crazy, you need to understand only the crazy people are the one who change the world. The rest of them are just spectators. And that's why for the people, it's more easy if they have the information. They can read it, they can understand it, but for some of us, it's a little bit more different when we have to go and dig deep within ourselves so we can live in reality the true information that will bring it in to you guys, because that's what the destiny is. You to get into your own power, you to get into your soul. Everybody wants does, but not everybody does the job. So the post that I made of it, um, that was the post right here. Um, First of all, to begin with this, we're still talking about this transition period from twin flames and up. In the beginning, when this 4D gets energized, the energy goes this way, and you think that's the twin flame. The real reason is when you walk into the 5D. The 5D shows you the truth about 4D, and then the information is basically passed on into the 3D, not from the 3D trying to get into the 4D and then to the 5D. That is the basically what goes on, the same vibrations that exist in the same person, the feminine masculine polarity, which is the 4D, and the 5D, you see the two dots, they're actually together inside into. So I wrote the post, I want to read it to you. The truth you find is in 5D who your twin is. When the universe tells you in 5D, it will send you the truth to the 4D and tell you will send the truth into the 3D. Most of the people try to find the truth in 3D or 4D. People still try to choose their twin flame. Their twin is chosen from the universe by destiny. Do you trust the universe? Do you surrender to the universe? Do you let go of your own way and old? This part of getting into surrender into the old. Uh, so I want to kind of like explain it to you. On the three stages of the evolution, okay, there is a stage one, stage two, stage three. We're gonna look at it how, for example, Those gonna be a number 1 and number 2. We're talking about a union into the species when a new species is made. So the first choice is number 1, die, and number 2, live. The second choice is number 1 is neutral, and the third choice is number 1, choose to mutate for mutual coexistence. So this is a number 2 and this is a number 1. So what happened in the case 1, the one decides not to participate in this, and in that case this is dying. Same like in this here, if the one of them choose not to work on it, all of a sudden this thing is dead. That's what a lot of the relationships in the 3D, they don't work. They're not going to work because of this, because of the not understanding of the mutual agreement of work. Number 2, it's staying neutral. When you stay in a neutral, you just exist, but you don't help for anything to evolve. Those are the parts of I will stay home, watch the kids, and that's it. I will be the mom forever. I will go to work, I will only make the money, and nothing else is going to help me to grow as individuals. And this is the time when this relationship is basically begins neutral. It has no evolution of it. The funny part is at number 3, when they choose to have a mutual connection to evolve. And if you look at that will remind you of the DNA. That's why when the two people come together and this whole thing works, this is how they evolve. This is how they go up. So I'm going to go back to the reading the post I made, and then I'm going to draw you the things that you want to understand as your journey, because before you understand your journey, you need to know where are you standing at. What are you standing at to it? Where is your choices are? What is your things you need to do? Self-realization is the key to your destiny. Things that do not work, they don't work because it's not meant to be. They not work. But how many of you will do a self-realization? You need to understand the difference between the self-realization and realization. You can realize the thing, but not accepting it. But when you do a self-realization, that is the time when you accept and realize it at the same moment. Do you trust the universe? If you bring the internal peace in your soul, you should only then know the road. Otherwise, you question yourself and begin lost within. That thing it is lost is because a lot of the people not understanding where they are standing at any time of any given moment in the day. They don't understand in what dimensions they are. They don't understand where they're living, and they get lost into the dimensions. Do you surrender to the truth and the reality? When things go into the right way from its own, with effort, without effort, you will know. And when the love becomes union, you will self-realization, you find your peace and soul just because you are home. Yes, the love is gonna bring you home. That is the whole part of it, of this whole journey about the dimensions. So, to get more into it now, I'll just lower the TV so you can see it. I think that will be okay. There you go. So now, if you watch the previous video that we're talking about, here it's the universe. We have your 3D life, 4D, and a 5D life. And we're going to put a line right here in the middle. So, you will take a look at it. You have to deal with the 3D life, which is your job. You have to deal with the 4D life, which is the part of the duality. And you have to deal with the 5D, which is also it's a part of the duality. A lot of people during the evolution is what they go on. There is a lot of choices. There is basically few choices. We're gonna look at it, the three. The three choices they are is number one, you're gonna get lost. Why you are lost? Because you don't realize that with what dimension you have to do and work during through the day, and not realizing what you need to do and how you need to do it. On personal level, when a people they goes in, when you do your job, you have to do your job. You're dealing with your 3D. When inside of your own self, and you have the duality of the things that you're going to do, that is the part that things that you programming yourself, you do the things on your own, you try to do your magic. For the twin flames, that is a very hard problem, because here you work with person who doesn't want to have nothing to do with you, which is happen like a 90+% of it. If there is a union on 4D right here, which is premature union, there's going to be always complications. In 5D, where the soul relationships are kicking, they're based on the reality of what's going on right now. So on these cases right here as a 5D, there is always going to be a stuff that's going to be pull you down into the 4D or pull you down into the 3D. And what are you going to do when you coexist on all those three levels at the same time? And that was the biggest question. That was at how to navigate and understand the journey within the 5D. And this is bringing to a number two case, the box. The number two case, the box, is I will stay here, I will do my job, I will make my money, I will stay here, watch my kids, I will be average person. This is your box. You pack it, you put the tape on it, and you said, I'm staying here. The other box, it's a 4D. You stay here and you're like, should I do it or should not? Should I do it or not? And some of the people, when they decide to do any actions or anything, they just stays there, stay in the peace of the duality and stay there. For a lot of the people, and even that's one of the biggest, inventors. For instance, Tesla. You can take Leonardo da Vinci. You can take quite a few people into it. When they become into the 5D, they box themselves in this 5D. And during the box of that 5D, they stay there. And those are the people who become a priest, they become a spiritual teachers, they begin into that position of doing the things on their own, doing the things on their own. And since this works that way, what do you have to do here? The first thing that you need to understand, you got one choice. Either you're going to be lost and stay in the box, or you're going to become a multi-dimensional personality. You're going to learn how to be a multi-dimensional personality. That way, you're going to go into the universe and you're going to be navigating your life of the present, of wherever you are at the moment, of any moment. How to navigate this is the easiest way. You always stay here within the universe, because within the universe you coexist in all the three levels. Right here, you're gonna become a multidimensional personality. And the hardest part that is when you have to deal in this relationship. First of all, on your own. You have to be able to do this on your own. But the second part is, the real part of the soul relationship is to have that multidimensional personality with your partner in the 5D. And that it's something with a lot of people are not able to do it. That is something that it's required for the both two individuals to understand the responsibility. It's a very heavy responsibility you to keep it up all this. First of all, within your own self, and second of all, two individuals to keep it up the multi-dimensional existence that it's inside. And that's why a lot of the people who are searching for the twin flame or looking at for the twin flame, they don't understand this journey of the 5D. The 5D was not fully open, was not fully expressed, was not fully understood. And I hope with this video here for you guys, you to understand that when you want to have the things that you want to have in life, you have to understand about this multidimensional personality. You can choose to go ahead and stay here, make all the inventions in the world. You can choose to go ahead and make the greatest paintings in the world. You can go ahead and do everything up here. That will not gonna change anything up here for the society. Will not. Single person cannot be able to change this. The only thing that's going to change is when you are in a proper soul relationship. And to understand the proper soul relationship, before that, you have to have that relationship within the universe on your own. And when the universe brings you the 5D information for the two, that is the part when you know what you need to do, what is your responsibility to work and do as information, because this it's gonna be your this is gonna be your case. This 5D conscious that you have, that is the part of that conscious that comes in from the unknown. Here you can have your fight with the feminine and masculine, divine feminine, divine masculine. You can go ahead and stay there on this case until you say like, I have to teach the feminine, and the feminine says I have to teach the masculine, and this can goes on and on and on, and a repeating cycle over and over and over and over again. Like here you're what? You're alone. You're not understanding the proper way of relationship, and that's why the relationships are failed. They are failed because of not understanding of the whole purpose. And this is why in the Bible they said, when the door is open, no one can shut. And when that is understood, if you look at it back, when I made a 5D diagrams of it, that is the real connection in the soul. And that real connections in the soul, when it comes from above, you will know it and you will understand it. So looking for your comments, guys. I hope that video kind of like help you to navigate, and those who are in the 5D, they can kind of like understand they have to evolve to a multidimensional personality. Those who are in the 4D, look at inside of you about the duality. What are you fighting? You fighting, or you hold on for something that doesn't work. You have this internal conflict between you and yourself, or you and another person. Or look at it inside of you as awakened soul into the 3D, what you have to face, why your soul is not in peace. What is the things that make you looking up to the stars? What is the things that makes you look inside you? Thank you so much, guys. Be love.